my first guest sitting right here to my right. Does that all the time. He's one of my favorite people on the planet. I am thrilled to call him a great friend and a longtime colleague. He will be part of NFL Network's coverage of Super Bowl 54 once it's all over. If somebody balls, they will get the call on NFL Game Day Prime. He's also here on behalf of Restore Hair and RestoreHair.com. Deion Sanders. How are you, Prime?
Hey, that opening was unbelievable.
With me is David Caruso.
Oh, God, I love it. Hey, Rich, I'm telling you, I know you just did the Restore Hair plug.
Yes.
But that did shave several to 8 years off you.
Just with the wig?
Yeah,
the red wig?
it looked good, man. It was some great acting.
He did. He looked great.
Wow.
You guys are killing the shade game right now. You know what?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Prime is going to do it too later. All right.
The shades game is unbelievable today, man.
Should I join?
I love it.
Should I join you on that?
Yeah,
Prime?
go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Oblige
Here's the
me.
Caruso one.
Yeah, let's do this. We're in
Okay, here we
Miami,
go.
man. Let's do
Put
this.
it on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, now we're ready.
See?
Now we're in Miami.
Now we're in
Ready
Miami.
to roll. Here with Deion Sanders. Okay, Prime. How you been? What's going on
I've
with you?
been great, man. I'm feeling good. I'm healthy. I'm looking good, of course.
You are.
And everything has been great.
What do you think of when you think of the Super Bowl? What comes to mind for you?
I think of the biggest sporting event in the world. This is it. We got it. MLB can't touch us. NBA definitely can't touch us. We're it. We got one shot.
This is it.
You don't get multiple chances at this one. You get one shot.
Yeah, there's no 4 out of 7.
ain't- no.
Best of
I
7, best
love
of
it,
5.
man.
So what about you on Super Sunday? What are your memories of your Super Sunday?
Especially in Miami. I
That's
had
right.
fun, great memories. The best thing, I can remember a couple things.
Yes.
I can remember the team getting all flustered, and several people tell this story, Rich, and they get it wrong.
Okay.
It's like they was all flustered. It was on a Wednesday. A lot of the young guys missed curfew. So some of the older guys got up and blasted the young guys, and I couldn't take it no more. So I finally got up and said, hey, we gonna beat the brakes off San Diego. What we tripping for? It's a Wednesday, man.
Come on,
It's
you
a
did not
Wednesday.
say that.
I said it's a Wednesday. If we were at the crib on Wednesday, ain't nobody got no curfew. Let's just forget this mess. Let them apologize. Let's go do what we do. And the rest is history.
What did the coaching staff say to you when you said that?
Nothing. They weren't in the room. It was a players-only meeting
Okay,
at the time.
right.
And then when you hear the story from other people, they were like, Jerry and I was face-to-face and we're about to fight. That never happened. I'm not going to be face-to-face with anybody because if it's going to get like that, I'm swinging first anyway. That's how we do it. So it was never that way.
Right.
But that was the trueness of the story.
So, just again, young players went out, broke curfew.
Yep.
You said in the
They were
players
late.
only meeting, I got this, saying, what are we
Yeah,
fighting for?
everybody was yelling. Jerry was going off on them, and then the story got out that I was one of the guys late. I was not. I was never late to anything. You know how I am about time.
I know, you are.
I'm never late to anything.
You
Now-
are one of the greatest professionals I've ever worked with.
thank you.
That is
I
a true story.
appreciate
I mean,
that.
you always come buttoned up. You're on. I mean, sit here saying on time. I mean,
I
you really,
appreciate
and you're
that.
always mindful of others. I will never forget, and I will say this: when we started working together for the first time, me, you, and Mariucci used to do the
Yeah.
game day highlight
The
show.
good old days.
The good old days. It was me, you, and Mooch,
Right.
the Moochie Man.
The Moochie Man.
And I remember Steve had not done television before. Steve showed up, his first Super Bowl, his first thing he did for NFL Network, it was at Super Bowl 40 in Detroit. He had just been fired in Detroit. It was very difficult for him to come out in Detroit and be out and be part of the paparazzi. Then the next year, he was with us full time, and the three of us were doing those shows together. And Mooch, remarkably, certainly since we just saw him 2 weeks ago on game day morning, shotgunning syrup on live television. Okay. And Frank Caliendo is going to do a great Mariucci imitation in hour number 3. But he was reserved. Like,
Yep.
he didn't say very much. He was trying to find his way, and what do I say? How do I say it? You had done television, obviously, for CBS and then went back to play, and now you're with NFL Network. I had done SportsCenter and a ton of television. And they put you in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, and Steve on the end, and you pull the producers around and say, no. If I'm in the middle and I'm talking to Rich and I'm doing what I need to do, Mooch will just be sitting on the end doing nothing. He'll be lost, and we swapped it out.
We swapped it
and
out.
you were on the end for the entire time, and
Right.
you were the one. You were mindful of that, as opposed to, well, Prime's going to show up, and of course you're going to be in the middle, and of course you're not going to care what
Because
other
back
people
in the
say.
day, the guy in the middle was the guy.
Right.
Right.
Well, I mean, yes, that's right there in the middle. And they're
Right.
like, let's put Deion in the middle. And you're like, no, Put me on the side. Mooch will get lost. Let's do this, all three of us together.
Right.
I will never forget that.
I appreciate that.
No,
man.
absolutely.
I didn't even recall that story. I appreciate
And
that.
that's an applause line, by the way. That's an
Yeah, you
applause
clap.
line here. Again,
okay to clap.
another
It's okay.
Jeb Bush moment here in Florida saying, please clap. But so at any rate, so you said there was one other thing that you said that you think of about your game day here at the Super Bowl.
I had a Lamborghini delivered to me.
Wait,
Right after practice.
hold on. What?
We had practice, and I was talking to the Lamborghini dealership. I said, I want you to take it to this hotel, leave the door open, and leave it just like that. I got it from there. So we were pulling up to the hotel after practice, and everybody's like, oh my God, it's a black Lamborghini Diablo right in front of the hotel. I wonder who car is this? And Eric Davis said, y'all know darn well who's the only fool to do something like that.
And then
and it was for me. That's what I recall.
What color was it?
Black, of course.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, black.
and then you did in fact beat the brakes off
We
of San
beat the
Diego.
brakes off San Diego like we knew we would.
You knew you would.
Yeah.
So the Super Bowl technically that year was the NFC Championship game in
Yes, it
Dallas.
was.
That was
It was.
basically
That was the Super Bowl.
Do you know I was there as a local reporter that day?
joking.
Nope, I was there that day.
Yeah?
For KRCR TV with my equipment. And it's amazing how life works. I was there covering it. You were covering Michael Irvin that day.
Yep.
And
It's a
there's
great day. It's a great day. Mike had a great game. Mike had a great game. I
Right.
mean, I think he has a playoff record.
right.
Yeah.
And there's still an argument over pass interference
Yeah, it
towards
was-
the end of the game.
We settled that earlier on another show, too.
Which other show were you settling that on?
Skip and Shannon.
Okay, and how did that work?
We had to demonstrate what really transpired. And I told Mike he got to let it go. It's, 25 years ago. Let it go, man. You
Right.
got to let it go. It's over.
And-
I can't have your wife rolling up on me saying, you know, you was pass interference with my man. I'm like, no.
Michael Irvin, 12 catches, 192 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Now, let's preface that. When we played man, I went to Mike. When we played zone, we doubled Mike. And I went to Harper on the other side. So I just want to make sure. You can't read a stat line like that and not explain.
There's a nuance behind
Well,
this.
I mean, I don't know the
numbers.
context, of course. I'm just reading the
I
numbers.
probably attributed 50 of those 192.
Deion Sanders here on the Rich Eisen Show. We had Richard Sherman on last week. I essentially said to him, what's going on with you and Revis? And I know last night, you were at the media night last night, and you
I
touched on
told him to
that.
let it go.
But it doesn't seem like he's the one who's letting anything go.
Okay,
it's the one.
no.
Like whose name is in whose mouth to start this thing here?
This is what I thought. I thought Revis shot at Sherm.
Yes.
And I told Sherm, this is your week, this is your year, let it go. Do not respond. And he told me I reached him too late. He said, I understand, I love you, I appreciate you, but you got to me too late. So he did respond. Now I just found out that Sherm started it years ago. This dates back 4 or 5 years ago when Revis came back after an injury.
Right.
And I don't know if he is performing up to par. And Sherm supposedly said something about him.
Well, I knew there had to be something.
Yeah.
But I mean, years later, it's Sherm now in this run. By the way, interception in the divisional game, interception in the NFC Championship game. He can go 3 in a row. As a matter of fact, the last player over the age of 31 to do what he's done is Ed Reed, and we all know what his credentials are.
Yes.
So the question is why now? Like why? What? And I turn to you, my cornerback.
Those are like my sons,
I
man.
know.
I love them. I appreciate them. Both of them are certainly future Hall of Famers. We just got to let that kind of nonsense go. And we shouldn't be fighting each other. If we're going to argue about anything, let's go at the receivers. Let's not go at one another. Let's talk about the receivers. So unfortunately, that took place. But they're mature guys, and I'm sure that when they look back on it and reflect back on it, it's nonsense.
Deion Sanders here on the Rich Eisen Show. Let's talk about it then. How do you see Super Bowl 54 breaking down?
This is one of the best matchups that we've had in quite some time. Offensively, defensively, special teams, personnel. I love both quarterbacks. We're praying that Garoppolo, if he has to throw the ball 20 to 30 times, can be that guy.
Right.
We're praying that San Francisco's defense can hold up against that speed. We're praying that San Francisco can run the ball effectively, but if they don't, what's going to transpire. I cannot wait to see how it plays out. Both teams are evenly matched, man. This is going to be a really good game.
We could sit here for another 3 hours, and every scenario that we game out is a feasibility. I mean,
Yeah.
every single thing, it's not out of the realm of possibility for something to happen, but if you had to choose, because you're not part of the pregame show,
I
Dion.
don't
You
like
do
the way,
you just
thank
do the
God, I'm
post.
not part of Thriller anymore. The Michael Jackson Thriller, like, you know how long that video was, how long that pre-show got.
7.5 hours.
I couldn't wait to do that one. Yeah.
We'll miss you.
I don't think Kansas City can get off to a slow start like they have in the previous 2 games against this team and make a comeback.
Right.
So they can't get down.
All right.
It's going to be a good one. I'm not going to predict anything right now.
Okay.
I want good football. I want a good Super Bowl that's going to go down to the wire.
That's an applause line right there. In the few minutes I have left with you, you're one of the only people I can ask this. What advice would you give J.J. Watt for going on Saturday Night Live this weekend? What advice?
He's
would you
going
give
on
him?
this week?
Yeah, he's hosting Saturday night. What do you think? You hosted back in the day,
Yes,
did you not?
I did. Be yourself.
Right.
Okay, now this is what could get you at Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
You got everybody coming up to you like they really admire you, they really respect you, like, Rich Eisen, how you doing? Man, I watch you do ESPN. I've been following your career. And then they picture their skit. Then this guy comes up. They'll picture the skit. You can picture the skit. Everybody pictures you the skit. You come up. And they just want you to pick their skit.
Right.
They don't care about you. So you don't get lost in that.
That's what happened to you?
No, because I kind of saw right through it. And I'm like, so that's why you guys all came up to me.
Right.
And they're pitching you their skit.
Right.
Because they want you to choose their skit.
Were you the musical guest too, as well?
No,
You didn't do Must Be the Money on that?
I did perform, but
Okay.
we had Philadelphia. What's his name? Really good. Darn it, he's from Philadelphia.
Bon Jovi.
No,
Bon Jovi
not
was-
Bon
Bon Jovi.
Jovi.
Bon
Jovi.
Bon Jovi was the musical guest.
So Deion Sanders is host and Bon
And
Jovi
Bon
was the
Jovi,
musical guest.
Yes.
February 18th, 1995.
Wow.
But the cast. Can you read off the cast that was on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, go for it,
Was
Chris.
unbelievable.
I mean, I don't have it right in front of me.
Okay, just call it up on the IMDb
Farley,
page. Farley.
you know, with Sandler. I mean, it was crazy, man.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
do you remember which skit that you did? Or?
Yeah, I did a skit with Farley. You know when the kid told Babe Ruth to hit the home run?
Right.
And Farley was in the bed, like he was a kid.
Yeah.
And he kept wanting me, okay, if you score a touchdown for me, can you do your funky dance? Or can you high step on him? And can you put your hand behind your head? It was like he kept going.
Kept going, and you're like,
Yeah.
sure,
Like,
I'll
come
do
on,
it.
kid. Yeah, good. Yeah.
Farley and
Yeah.
Deion Sanders.
It was hilarious.
All right, let's get to what you're also representing here. RestoreHair.com,
Rich,
Deion.
I've just received my trophy for Comeback Player of the Year for the 3rd year straight. You know, this is the best comeback. I'm trying to get Steve Smith to make a comeback as well, but I think he's thinking about it. He's
Right.
pondering the thought.
Right.
But Rich, I think you're definitely a candidate. Both you guys are candidates.
Now let me seriously walk through this with you.
Okay.
Okay. So what is the actual process?
Okay.
So what do they
A
do?
man
Yeah.
grows hair on the sides of his head
Yes.
at a rate we can't explain.
That's true. I'm
Then God-
constantly getting my hair cut, by
God
the
plays
way.
a trick on us and
Yeah.
negates the top of the head and focuses on the beard
Mm-hmm.
or the back or the chest. And we trying to figure out, why would you do that, Lord? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you're a great God. But you could take the hair out the side of your head and places there, and it grows. And it don't stop growing. And I'm back. It shaved.
What do you mean by your back, Deion?
I'm
What do you mean
back.
by your back?
Do you see this?
I
it's
do see
flowing
it.
like milk and honey. Can you get a close up on this thing?
We see it.
Oh my God!
It is looking
I'm
not
like
very nice,
several
but-
years younger.
Yes.
I'm looking good, and I'm getting looks now that I didn't get like several years ago.
Oh.
Not that I'm admiring the looks, but I am getting looks. I even saw Del Tufo through his shades look at the top of my hair.
I did, Deion. I did.
But okay,
And I got
what if somebody who has been on television
Yeah.
as a relatively follically challenged individual
Follically
for well
challenged.
over a decade?
Yes.
Well over a decade.
I was that guy.
Just showing, but I mean, understood, Deion. I mean, every day showing up, like a daily showing
Yeah.
up. All of a sudden shows up with hair.
No, it's
how
not gonna,
weird.
it's
how
not-
weird
it's
would
not-
that be?
It's not
weird.
a lace front, Rich. You're not going to have hair tomorrow and just ta-da. You're not going to have that. It's going to be gradual. Gradually, you're going to make a comeback. You can't J.J. Watt didn't just jump out there and become J.J. Watt. He was good in the playoffs, but he wasn't J.J. Watt. So gradually, you're going to make a comeback to this. I got a brush. I have a brush.
have a brush.
I travel with now. When the last time you seen a brush?
No, I haven't
been
had.
a while.
I can't recall last time I had a
Rich,
brush.
I'm telling you, I think you're worried about what they're going to say.
100%
Stop
he's worried
worrying about
that.
what they're gonna say.
He's definitely, you need to
Stop
put him
worrying
at
about
ease.
What they're going to
over
say
that.
and be you. We got women all over the country. They don't worry about what they're going to say. Did I just see you yesterday? You did not have all that back there.
So you do realize, though, you do realize that your run of comeback player of the year would be over
Yeah,
if I did this.
I know.
I would.
Great
but
point.
Wait a minute. Didn't Urlacher win in that?
Urlacher.
Right?
Yeah. But see, we expect Urlacher to make a comeback. You don't expect a brother to make a comeback. Where do you get black hair? Where do you go get black hair? White dude's been doing it for years. We don't really do that. And we did it. Didn't we?
RestoreHair.com. Deion Sanders, I love you, man. I love you.
you too, man.
You are.
God bless you.
You are one of a kind, and
You tell Steve Smith when he gets up here, I love him.
Well, he's right there. He heard
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
word
I
that you
know
said.
it is. I'm just
He's
trying
heard
to-
every
trying
word
to
that you
put it like
said.
I don't
He's
see
over
him.
here, Rich. He's
Check out NFL game. Check out NFL game. Oh, there it is.
They need to stop.
There he is
Stop,
on
man.
our Honda green room area, just off to the side of our set. Check out right after Super Bowl 54, NFL Game Day Prime, live on NFL Network and RestoreHair.com.
Yes.
Steve Smith, when we come back right here on the Rich Eisen Show.
My
Don't
God, I look
go
good. See
anywhere.
that?
Oh, look at that monitor.
gonna
That's
look
you
like
for your
that in a
SNL.
year.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the comeback.
It looked wet, but it was dry.
Could you go high top fade right now?
Yes, I can.
You could?
I can.
How long would it take you to go high top fade?
About 3 months.
I would love that. That would be great. Thanks for coming on.
God
Bob.
bless you,
Deion
guys.
Sanders, everybody, right here on The Rich Eisen Show. Steve Smith, when we come back.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.